Have you watched it?
Have I watched what?
The Great Hack.
Who has seen an advertisement that has convinced you that your microphone is listening to your conversations?
Yes, I have, of course.
What do you think?
Well, first of all, it scared me that I'd done work experience in that same building.
What does the average uneducated man?
Excuse me. I'm nervous about these tech giants wielding power, and
Do
we
you
never
not
even.
feel like you've still got free will?
I mean, I could come offline, but that's realistically how the world works.
But
That's
what specifically is the problem with it?
So I will automatically be consuming stuff. I'll be stuck in a certain echo chamber.
But you've always been in that echo chamber. If you read The Guardian or the Daily Mail, it's an echo chamber either way. The average Guardian reader is a certain type of person. And the average Mail or Sun reader is a very different type of person.
But there's a difference in quality of journalism.
I think that's the mistake. People think that all of these other things, I mean, if you think CNN or Fox News or any of these things are telling you the truth, then you're mistaken. It's very simple. CNNs are much more left-leaning advertisers, and so their message is much more left-leaning. Fox is much more right. But they're both paid-for messages, to be clear. I think people just don't realise this has been going on for forever in just different guises. It's naivety, I think, to think that we've been living in a world where this hasn't been happening in a different guise. I also think that the outcome is what's caused this. Right? Yeah. I guarantee you, if Cambridge Analytica had been on the Remain side and on Hillary Clinton's side, none of this comes out. None of it. And I also would be absolutely shocked if Remain and Hillary Clinton didn't have an agency very, very, very similar to Cambridge Analytica, probably just not as good. I don't know, it felt to me, I watched the whole documentary, and I felt that there was they were really close to raising some really good points, but they've actually slightly missed the mark, because all they really want to do is attack Trump and Brexit and any other. I mean, there was a line in there where they basically said that every authoritarian regime around the world is because of this, and that is delusion. That is absolute and utter delusion.
It's a really interesting one. I think they did a good job. I think it is going to open up some people's eyes to what's happened. I think despite having a clear agenda throughout the documentary, it did bring up some interesting points, like Aaron said. It's going to make people think about what data means and whether or not they actually want people to know things about them, and whether or not they've signed up to these platforms knowing what it means and knowing the trade that they're doing for the free service they've got. It's quite shocking to me that people don't realise that they're not giving something away in order to get Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, all these things for free. I can't believe that people haven't understood that there's obviously some trade-off, as there is with everything in the world. And the trade-off that they made 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 7 years ago is they didn't value, and now they're scared because they feel like they've made a mistake. Having data is not a bad thing. It's been massively scaremongered, and for a lot of time, it's actually very positive for a user experience.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want a curated process, right? You want to go on Facebook and just be hit with random stuff, right, all the time, just completely random things. Like, how is that a better experience? I've built social networks, and let me tell you, when they don't have a curated experience, it's an absolute mess.
People are so uptight about this, about the data and the contracts they've entered and the terms and conditions being hard to find or hard to read. But if they value their data that much, to the point where they're suing people or getting so angry about it, marching, protesting, then they'd have read the contracts and the terms and conditions much closer. And I believe that everything important in life where there's a contract involved or a trade of some description, that you actually genuinely care about the result and the thing that you're giving away on the trade. You read the agreement. I just don't think people actually care about their data. They just really want to make a point of it now, and it's a great thing to get you PR, great thing to complain about, good thing to talk about in the pub, but really they still log on to Instagram. And for me, I'm happy to give as much data away as you possibly want in order to give me the best possible experience as a consumer and someone who enjoys using the platforms that have become available in the last few years.
I mean, the solution is turn everything off if you really don't want that, and nobody actually wants that. You really want to have a better social platform than Facebook, then go and build one.
That's a call to action.
Good luck.